This powerful life-altering word grace could be the most misunderstood, misused, and abused word in the Bible. Ironically, it's probably the most critical word to really know and understand. Our contemporary concept of grace is far removed from its true meaning, replaced with a modernized view, which is a perversion of its true original meaning and intent. John Bevere said, "The grace taught and believed in many of our churches is not real grace, but a perversion of it. This is the result of overemphasizing the goodness of God to the neglect of the fear of Him." Much of today's idea of grace is nothing more than a license to sin, like a get-out-of-hell-free card. Vegas, Sin City, has a slogan promoting tourism and sin, essentially promising you that you won't get caught. What happens here stays here is just not true. Everything is seen by God and recorded in heaven, especially in Vegas. If we are wrong about grace, the very foundation of the gospel, we're in grave danger of being wrong about everything. Today's definition of grace is reflected in the popular catchphrase, "God knows I'm only human." While man excuses his disobedience, he implies God must have made a mistake. Did God make man unable to fulfill the righteous standards He demands of him? This would be a tyrannical attitude from God if it was true, but it's not. The definition of grace in the original language of Greek is the word charis, of manner or act, the divine influence upon the heart and its reflection in the life, including gratitude, acceptable, benefit, favor, gift, joy, liberality, pleasure, thanks, and thankworthy. Grace is our teacher, instructing us to live godly, as well as the power to do so. Grace is not an excuse for ungodliness or instant forgiveness for overt, premeditated, and willful sin. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men. Grace for the unbeliever is God's wooing, empowerment, ability, and desire to repent and believe God. Grace for the Christian is not a license to sin, but just the opposite. It's the power, ability, and desire to both live a life of holiness and obedience to the laws and authority of God, while equipping Christians to do the will and work of the Lord. Grace is like the power steering on a car. If we choose right, the power is there to easily go right. Our choice, but His power, influencing and empowering us. That's grace. Judgment is getting what we deserve. Mercy is not getting what we deserve. Grace is getting what we don't deserve, an empowerment, an endowment from God, to first believe and then to do His will.